For the love of fucking God, can we stop fighting each other? Like, really, guys. It's been a fucking problem for a long time now, and I'm sick of it. And it is a big issue. It's one of the biggest issues we have right now. You know, you have 10-20% of the population being very vocal and giving a lot of constructive criticism and, wanting ZeniMax to fix things and do things. And then you have 30-40% of the population going, oh no, they're just toxic PvPers, or, they're just being whiny little brats. Like, don't, pay attention to them. They don't want to do anything. They're just whine. And unfortunately, some people will use that to discredit the negativity. So, they will start believing what those people are saying and just discredit. This might not necessarily be subconsciously, but they are doing it, and they are, shrugging it off as, just being toxic. I've seen this happen a lot over the last week, and unfortunately, it's super sad. I have a plan on a way that I can demonstrate what I'm talking about. I don't want to talk about it anymore because I'll give it away, but there is some other things I want to talk about that have been brought up in Rich's stream over the last week or so, and the first thing is the forums. So this stuff just made me want to fucking headbutt a wall. Rich has got to understand that, and it's been said many times, his streams are the only place people can really feel like they can have someone hear them and listen to them. Anything slightly negative on the forums is removed, and if it's not removed by you bending a violation or breaking a TOS, it's removed because people have been toxic on it. I am fucking sick of it. Like, I shouldn't have my thread taken down because people are being toxic in the freaking chat. And by toxic, it's not even really that toxic. Another one they love to fucking take my posts down with is, oh yeah, bro, look at this one from 6 months ago that's kind of similar. We don't have the same repetitive porn posts open, so we're going to close yours. What? It's from fucking 10 years ago. And it's not even the same fucking thing. But I think what pissed me off the most about the whole thing was his statement that he never really goes on the forums because it's too toxic. What? One, it's not really that toxic because it's fucking highly moderated and it has been that way for the last year, so that shows me that he probably hasn't been on the forums for the last year. It shouldn't matter. Like, it fucking shouldn't matter if there's people being toxic. You need to fucking see it. You can't just, oh, I'm not going on the forums. I don't want to see people saying mean things about me or my game. Maybe fucking understand why people have been toxic in the first place. Next thing that rubbed me the wrong way was the PTS was brought up. Someone asked about, they should incentivize, or had they thought about incentivizing people to install the PTS, because the player base and the numbers on the PTS are dismal. They have been dismal for a long time now. This is something I've spoke about a lot in my streams, and, I've come up with ways that they could incentivize people, offering pets for playtime, or, I think the best one that I thought up was letting them keep the gear. So, they can get on there, do their dungeons or whatever, and get their gear so when the patch drops, they can just jump straight into playing it. Obviously you can't keep the gear that they give you because that would be a bit broken. Basically, his argument was if they did that, people would just cheese it, and they would do the bare minimal to get whatever the reward was. That's why they need to engineer it so it can't be just, don't have it so people just log on. And that'd be something ZeniMax would do. They'd be like, oh yeah, bro, you get this pet if you spend 20 hours logged into the PTS. It's like, of course people were going to sit there if if you allow it. It's your job to engineer smart ways for people to do that. It's not just his response that pissed me off. It's people in his chat that are like, oh yeah, they don't want to even help themselves out. They sit here and complain about the game, but none of them want to get on the PTFs and fucking help. Dude, you can go fuck yourself. Like, and if you're watching this video, I mean it. Literally, go bend over and shove something big, fat, and round up your rear end. There's many reasons why a lot of people don't play the PTFs. And if there's no incentive, then people aren't going to do it. No one does things in a game if there's no fucking incentive. For people like me, it's so, we can have builds ready and, but for the general person, there's no real fucking Jesus Christ. Talking about this shit, I've lost so many brain cells I can't speak. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. They need to be doing better things to incentivize people onto the PTS, because this is an 80 gig download. It's for a lot of people, it's not as simple as just installing it. So there has to be an incentive there for them to have, one, the time to download it, and two, to have another 80 gigs on their computer. One of the last things I want to talk about, and this, I don't know, it probably triggered me to way more than what it really should have, but it's just the state of mind, I think, behind it that pissed me off. So they were asked if Rich was asked if they plan on doing or working on any more instance-based PvP. Basically, the response was, no, we did BGs. No one really likes BGs. Most people still prefer to do Cyrodiil. So, kind of, why would we do this? And it's such a bad attitude to have. Just because you failed at something doesn't mean it's not a good thing and not something you should try and do in the future. You need to sit back and understand why and how it failed to be able to get past that and build something that could be loved and liked. It's, as I said, it's just not so much the response itself, it's the freaking mindset behind the response that really triggers me. The last thing is, I don't know what's going on at ZeniMax if there's no cross talk between different people there or whatever. Rich was asked about if they planned on having a chat with Godzilla, because most people know Godzilla asked for a meeting, and Gina responded to him about a month ago, I think, basically stating that they'll look into it or whatever. And then Rich was asked the other day about it, and he's like, oh, he should reach out to Gina. It's like, he did that. Like, do you not talk to each other? I don't know. There's been a lot of things, like this whole thing in general. Like, the whole community basically has lost their shit in one way or another over the last couple of weeks. And what have we had from ZeniMax? Toxic little piece of shit PvPers. Fucking get off your shitty high horse. The most toxic people I've met in this game have been PvEers. Alright guys, I just needed to let some stuff out. If you guys haven't signed the petition, I'll link it in the description. Please go check it out. There's a lot of other content creators that have made videos touching some of these subjects and so on and so on. I'll link some of them in the description. Feel free to go check those out. Don't just take my take on it. And I love you all. I'll see you in stream next time. We're running a 24-hour stream on Christmas Day too. So if you're bored, feel free to jump in and say hi. And I'll catch you later.